Kids across the province are getting ready to return to class on Monday. But for children dealing with visual or hearing impairments, that return to school date is uncertain. I'm Cristina Howorun, and for the first time since the pandemic began, lodges at Ontario's 4 provincial schools that serve children from as far away as Windsor, Attawapiskat, and Ottawa, well, they're going to remain closed while in-person learning resumes, meaning children that are blind or deaf are going to be forced to continue to live in isolation and work in a virtual world that simply isn't equipped for them.
I was heartbroken. Like, when I found out that I wasn't going to return, I was about to cry.
Mihak Aziz lives in Scarborough, but has been attending W. Ross McDonald in Brantford since grade 11. She lives there, Sunday through Friday.
Before I went there, actually, I wasn't really independent. Like, I did not know how to do most things. They teach us how to cook, clean, just the basic things we need in life. Virtual learning is not able to function for us. We cannot function virtually. Our deafblind students, they aren't even able to get an education because they need hand-on-hand sign language.
Late Thursday, the Ministry of Education issued a memo saying lodging at Ross McDonald and other provincial schools would remain closed until at least January 28th, after which they will reevaluate.
We are losing a huge demographic of our student population because they're not able to come to our school. At W. Ross McDonald School, for example, 70% of the student population is lodging students. We have students that have other hearing disabilities that are not able to accurately and properly participate in their learning because they're not in those specialized and unique environments. We don't understand why that decision was made to keep our lodging closed when we've shown that the health and safety methods we have in place are working.
We consulted with the Office of the Chief Medical Officer of Health, and given the very fragile state of many of the students within the care of our provincial schools, many of them are immunocompromised with disability. These are essentially congregate care settings. That's how we're treating them, how we see them.
Unlike long-term care homes, jails, post-secondary residences, and day schools, there have been no outbreaks at these schools.
We've shown that we can, with the proper protocols we have in place, that we can keep our students safe and keep our staff safe. So why can't we open our lodging, and why can't we give our students the education they have a right to and they deserve?
I assure you, I am working aggressively with the Chief Medical Officer. I had a conversation last night with the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Education on this issue specifically, suggesting that I want to get them open as soon as humanly possible.
It's really affecting our mental health. I just really want to go back to school.
Now, for the students who do live in the area or whose parents can drive them back and forth daily to Milton, Brantford, London, or Belleville, they can return to classes beginning Monday. But until the lodges reopen, many of those students will have to be learning without the supports that they need. In Mississauga, Cristina Howorun, City News.